I wonder what it does. It just taste like milk, or is it like an actual fruit or something? You know?
I'm not sure.
You really started it when I said titty milk.
I started after the titty milk.
You started after the titty milk, so you didn't get the titty milk.
No, I didn't get the titty milk.
We have the titty milk now.
We do have the titty milk now.
We do have the titty milk now.
Yeah, I think titty milk would taste great.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you speaking from? No. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Education. Wait, is it me?
Yeah.
It's me, right? Because odd number.
Yeah.
I'm the odd guy. Welcome to Education Station. I'm Arthur. I have Zach. And today, after a while, we have a guest. We have DJ. What's good, DJ?
Hi there.
Hello, JT. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Just living my life.
Living your life. That's good. That's good. We had a bit of a late start. Apologize, DJ.
Yeah.
No, to everybody else, nobody cares, but to you, apologize because I kind of woke up late. And I wanted to wake up earlier so I can clean the setup because I have had I've been writing things down. I don't know if I've said this before. I'm writing things down now.
I did notice there's a little sticky note.
There's sticky notes. I have notepads. I'm done with the technology, Zach. I'm done. No more computers, TJ.
You're gonna end up like a crazy person with sticky notes.
How
all
dare
over
you?
the wall. It's like this
with the red lines or the red string.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. I've been trying that.
That's good.
And it's cool. And for how well has it worked? Well, for the last the whole week, I've had one thing recurring every single day, and it's clean the damn studio. Here we are.
That's me.
Studio.
With my room.
Yep.
Studio is not clean.
Studio is not clean. It could be better, but it's not clean. Well, it's tough. Right now it's Christmas season, and normal people, they're probably going to go Christmas shopping like you said you're going to after this,
Yeah.
And then, other people like me, unfortunately, are a slave to Jeff Bezos, and we just buy a bunch of packages. So now we just have a bunch of cardboard, both me and my mom. So we're just finding places to put these damn boxes. We're like, well, we don't exactly want to put them away because what if we need them again to return them? It's like, oh shit. And thus, actually, the cardboard graveyard in this corner that nobody can see is a lot better. Before it went all the way up to my Buddha shrine up there. Probably not a good outlook. Probably not a good optic there to put. I've
hide
seen the Buddha shrine with cardboard boxes.
I've seen the cardboard box graveyard be much worse, and this was at the time when we were doing a lot of like PC builds and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
you just had massive boxes.
Yeah. There's just one final box that's really big, and you can't see it, but it's in the bottom-ish, middle bottom-ish. And once that one gets taken down, it'll be so much better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad. But yeah, thank you for coming on, TJ. Appreciate it. I know
Thanks
you
for
wanted
having me.
Yeah, I know you wanted to come on for a while now. The last time you came here, you probably don't remember, but it was in this spot, different couch, different spot. But with Christian was here, Jackson was here, different Jackson. There's a lot of Jacksons. And you guys were doing a podcast, like for an assignment or something.
Ah, yes. Now it's coming back.
Now
to me.
because I mentioned it, and you're like, I don't know if I remember. Like, oh, you remember.
Like, I remember this when we were all in the same college at the time.
Yes, we were all in the same college. You're doing some sort of podcast thing, and you needed my Blue Yeti, and you sat on the couch. And I forgot what you talked about, but I was a producer, Zach. I was the guy.
So you were doing like my thing.
Yes,
I'm not sure if this was for me. I think it was for more like Christian or Jack.
I think it was Christian. I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was. I don't remember what you talked about, but you talked about something.
I mean, it's like been what, 2 years, 3 years?
I think probably more than that. Honestly, it's been a while.
Time goes by fast.
It's been a while. But I'm glad to have you back. Before, that was when the state of this studio was not good. You probably don't remember it very much, but there was couches, desks, just laying around everywhere.
I feel
There
like
no
this
room.
was this after you got rid of the
This
couch
was
and
before.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Do you remember? You don't remember it very much, but do you remember there being a TV over there?
I do.
Okay, so it was when the couch was right here, and I had my PlayStation right there, and that's where I record my PlayStation.
What a time to be alive.
With my HD PVR2.
TJ, do you want to bring your mic down and
Yeah, I hear
towards you?
myself breathing.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that sounded great. You can do it with the arm. That might be a little better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not a Dazzle kid, so that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. You want to do one more little adjustment to put it's gonna sound great. Don't worry. Yeah, do it. Yeah, audio listeners are excited. Good. Cool. That's my fault. I couldn't quite line it up very well.
That's okay.
That's all
I'm
good.
only judging you a little bit.
That's all good. But the audio listeners are incredibly upset about that one because I'm not going to take that one down anymore.
You're like, normally I'll go through and try to not have that happen.
Well, what happened before in the past was I would have to back when we had the audio interface instead of the mixer, and it did the static thing, right? And it would happen. See that sound? And it would happen like not even in intervals. It would just happen randomly.
That's crazy.
And it wasn't like loud, but you would hear it and it would distract you. Like, what the fuck is that? So I would have to, in like Audacity or some shit, just sit there, listen to it. When I hear it, stop, try and cut it out. Not like remove it. If no one's talking, I can remove it. If someone is talking, I gotta like denoise it, lower it, do something, and get rid of it. So sad. But hey, that made me a better audio engineer at the end of the day.
You know, looking back at the history of the podcast, and I mean, God, I can't imagine people watching our early episodes now, just because we've done so much that's like improved the look and sound of this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know, we've had a little bit of practice. We've only done this like 95 times. Well, more than that probably, because, you know, there are some that have gotten put on the cutting room floor.
But that's okay.
I wish
Those weren't good anyways. Actually, I don't even remember if they were good or not.
at some point when we do Patreon, we should go through and edit those.
No, absolutely not. Maybe. Okay.
Why not?
They're probably not even that good.
They pay to watch it.
Would you? I don't even know what we're talking about. We probably said some like hellacious shit. I don't know.
No, I know the major cut that we did with the most episodes was when we switched from you hand editing every single episode
Correct.
to OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's 5 episodes worth of footage. I don't even know if you still have it.
I don't know. I probably deleted it because I don't want to. I don't even want to think about it.
Too much space.
Too much.
I mean, yeah, we were recording 1080p footage for 2 hours at a time.
Well, and
Oh my
also like the Audacity files, ironically, was the biggest file.
Really?
Yeah, it was huge, and just wouldn't fit because before we had the SSD buddy, we had a different drive, and that shit was full. I was like, what? How is that possible? I don't remember how big it was, but it was probably also only like 500 gigs. And I was like, man, all right, it's all good. These are acts anyways. I may as well chop them. So I chopped them. TG, do you recognize the shirt I'm wearing?
Yeah, I do. I was like, I can't believe he's wearing that shirt. I
Yes,
can't believe
sir.
you actually bought it.
I had to buy it.
Did you buy it the night of?
The night of, because after we played, okay, so I mentioned before when we played Jackbox, I think it was 1 or 2 episodes ago. I don't remember how many episodes ago. I don't even remember what the episode that just went out today, which was last week.
Oh, that's the shirt.
This is the shirt. I got to stand up for it. This is the. Go on now. This guy has a huge cock, and it's the frog with the wheel. See, it's so out of context. It's the dumbest shirt that I could ever be wearing, right?
Yeah, it is.
But in the night,
It is like, who drew that?
it was a fucking computer who drew it.
I know. That's crazy.
That's the funny part. Nobody drew it.
Wait, so an AI drew that frog?
It's probably like pre-made drawings.
Oh, yeah.
Because in Jackbox, if you don't have like an even number of people or something like that,
Like
then
not everyone finished a drawing or something like that.
yeah. Well, if there's like 7 people and people are drawing against each other, then the 7th person needs an 8th person to draw against, right? So
Right.
it's just a computer who has a random generated prompt and a random generated picture. I would
So-
assume they didn't generate this prompt. I did this prompt actually. I did 3. No, I did 2 prompts that made it. No, I made 1 prompt that made it, and then the other drawing that made it. And I'm not going to say what drawing it was. But DJ might remember
All
what
those
drawing it
drawings
was.
are pretty cursed.
It was pretty cursed. It wasn't as bad as you think, because I know some people here, no, some people that we know, get a little rambunctious.
Yeah, I know.
But it was still pretty bad.
Yeah, the shirt that I picked out was pretty bad, and I just remember Eric wanted to buy it. It was something about Christian.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I'm
it
not
was that
gonna
one.
say,
Yeah, it was
'cause
that
it's
one.
pretty bad
I
on
did the
him.
drawing for that one.
You did.
It just had to do with a huge cock. You can see there's a theme.
Cocks.
Cocks. Huge cocks. This prompt made it, as you can see, and it bought his shirt. It was shirt worthy. And then there was another one that said, this chick has a huge cock. Unfortunately, that one didn't get picked.
How much does that shirt cost you again?
I don't know, maybe 20, 25-ish after shipping and tax, I want to say. It's like a Teespring shirt, so it is what it is.
Is it nice? The quality?
It's okay. It's the maker is Glidden. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh, I know.
They're like okay, you
Yeah.
know. They're not like rough, but they're not soft. They're like they're
I mean-
there. They're a shirt.
It functions as shirt.
But I've bought Teespring shirts and they weren't gliding. So like why didn't
Do
they?
you think like after like a few washes, all that stuff on the shirt will like
I
fade away?
think so. That's usually how it goes for like these type of brands or not brands, companies like Teespring and such, where they just print shirts like just nonstop. It's usually just the easiest quality or easiest way to print it because that way they can make it cheaper. So yeah, it probably will. That's what happened to my Yotspa shirt, unfortunately.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, but it's okay because I bought a new one because I
Nice.
needed to. I bought a new one for the movie.
Yeah.
Did I mention I went to the Quintuplets movie?
Yeah.
No, in this podcast.
Oh.
No?
That's crazy. Now, do I wait for Cameron to come back on? That's a question. You don't watch Quintuplets, right?
No, but I've read a few chapters.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
It was. We talked about it during when Cameron was here. It was with the Quintuplets, believe it or not.
Shocker.
And they're quintessential now. They 5 quintuplets that are dumb, and they get tutored by one of their students. Find out that this student is a guy that they met long, long ago.
In a
And then-
galaxy far, far away.
Yes, and then rom-com stuff ensues.
They all love that one boy.
Yes, that one boy, my MC. No, it's. I want to say it's really good, and I feel bad because Cameron really likes it. And I'm like, it's not that good.
It's not the best.
No, it's nice. I will say,
It's
like
good.
it's a rom com. There's really bad rom coms, and then there's top tier rom coms. There's just rom coms. Like it's a rom com. I'll watch it. I'll get what I want, and I'll leave. And then there's shit, like absolute garbage. And you know me, I don't call anime shit or garbage. I don't do that. But there's some really, really bad ones.
I'm not into the rom-com like genre,
You're
but
not.
I mean,
What are you into? What is your vibe?
I don't know anymore.
What's your type beat? No,
It's just whatever I like.
shonen.
Shonen is fine. I can't continue
watching-
watching shonen because it's all the same thing.
Well, you're a One Piece guy.
Oh yeah, I can watch One Piece. Yeah, it's good.
It's
Like,
good.
I'm not gonna.
You're the first person to come onto this show and talk about a One Piece. Do you have anything to say about it? Do you have anything that you want to say? Do you have anything to promote One Piece?
It's good.
Anything to
The
represent
fans-
One Piece?
The fans really overhype One Piece. Like, it's
Really?
Like the best anime out there, the best shonen anime, all that. I'm like,
Do you disagree?
it's good. That's it.
It's good.
I'm not gonna. I don't have like a favorite anime in my opinion.
No?
There's no like favorite of mine.
Really?
Like, oh, I like Demon Slayer. It's
Mm-hmm.
great, but I'm not gonna just like shit talk it down and say like, oh, One Piece is like better.
Oh,
it's
right,
best.
right.
This MC can easily beat that MC. I hate when people do that. Like,
Luffy can beat Tanjiro.
I hate that.
That's so funny.
Honestly, it's a meme for me, but I
It
love,
is,
I
it
love
is.
it when people say, "Can they beat Goku?" That's like my favorite thing.
Well,
just-
it's the what is it? The there were videos of it. Like you remember when? Like, do you remember when, like there was the
Talking about
the
death
sprites? Yeah, I think that right. Where they had like the sprites of the characters like Goku and Naruto, and then they would just make them like they would animate them fighting, and they were good videos. I thought they were great. It was Death
I
Battles,
feel like
right?
I remember that because there was like Mario versus somebody in that.
I bet you Mario was probably part of that. Can Mario beat Goku?
Wait, I think this is I think I know what you're talking about because I used to watch this too. It was like Mario, Sonic, and Goku. They all team up and they all like find either the Chaos Emeralds or something like that.
Chaos, isn't
I
that
have
Sonic?
no idea. No, the Sonic was
Wait.
in there too. It's like
That's so funny.
Like, because what you're describing is sprites, and when Zach mentioned Mario, I'm like, I think I know what you're talking about, but I might not.
I mean, I don't. This is like 2010 or some shit. So I don't not believe you. But that's funny.
Dude, I love just the absolute Wild West nature of early 2010s YouTube. Like that was great. And okay, so I do want to talk about anime before we end up getting
Sure.
distracted and segue away from it because we do that.
Then you better bring us back, Zach, because
I will.
okay, you got to remember because I'm not gonna remember that.
I know. So I just finished the first season of Attack on Titan, and that was a show that Cameron told me to watch. And
Have you watched Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could, yeah.
How do you like it, Zach?
I think it is really good. The story, like I'm kind of in a similar boat to you, where it's kind of like
Is
I
this
don't.
spoiler warnings type of vibe? You
No,
can if you
no,
want,
I'm not.
chilling.
No, I mean, It's I'm not necessarily, at least as far as like shonen go, I'm not like one to pick favorites, but just the way that the storytelling ends up interacting with like the super badass, like look at how cool we can animate fight scenes type stuff. Like the way that they integrate those things together in Attack on Titan is really good. And I just like the characters. Like the characters are pretty dope.
Pretty likable.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Hey TJ, come on now.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
Thank you. Come on now. That's
on the spot.
that's a fun question. That's fucked.
I mean, oh man, that's a hard question because they all contribute something.
You can say Aaron.
They're all great in their own way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I get that.
I mean,
This is why you guys don't watch rom-coms, because you can't pick a favorite and fight to the death. How dare you guys? It's okay. I don't do that either.
I mean, Aaron is a very interesting character because as the story progresses, his character becomes more and more complex and in the decisions that he has to make and like his emotional maturity over the course of even the first season is pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to like bring it up a little bit because I just binged the entire first season.
No,
in,
that's
like,
good.
a couple days.
I mean, you're supposed to, because Cameron made you watch it, and then he watched my anime, which was Nisekoi, which is my favorite rom-com at the moment. And I was like, shit, now I gotta watch the thing that you and Cameron sent me, or at least one of them. I don't know. So I'll probably Cameron watched mine, so I guess I should watch his first, which was Edge Runners. That's what it was. And you watched Edge Runners, right? Yeah, you watched it.
It was really good.
I probably should have watched it in preparation for you to come in, but yeah. We watched. You were there, right, when we watched the first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It
we
was
went to
really-
Cameron's house.
It was a really crazy episode to watch.
It was-
all together in the living room.
Yeah, no. But it was pretty good.
Yeah, overall, it was.
No,
really
that
good.
first episode was really good. It was. It does it get more gory? I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it does.
Because it didn't seem that bad, honestly. Because the first sequence, like I guess one way to get you into this idea, if you ever wanted to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is the Cyberpunk anime.
Have you ever guys played Cyberpunk?
No, have you, Zach?
I have not.
Have you?
No, I know Christian
Christian's-
has.
He
but-
started playing it because of the anime, right?
No, well, he played it before,
Oh, okay.
and then it was really buggy.
Yeah, of course it was. You played it on before, so that was on his old computer.
Hmm.
That shit ran.
Yeah, that shit ran. I don't know how.
It's right there. His old computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm still trying to fix
I
it.
thought you were trying to sell it. I thought you.
I'm trying to fix it because it won't work anymore.
I won't boot up.
It boots up, but it doesn't like it for some reason it won't download anything. Like it won't establish a stable connection, and it'll just kill itself. I can't install anything. So now I don't know what I finally, before what happened was we tried to reset it, like just completely wipe the computer, not even Windows install, just wipe it.
I remember that night. You were on Discord.
I was on Discord
the longest time.
Yeah, and it just would not go. It just wouldn't. It just kept erroring for some reason. Like, why would you error for me trying to wipe a computer? How does that make any sense? Huh? I'm trying. It might be. I don't know what Christian's done.
You know,
I guess
what's
we'll
funny?
interrogate him.
I gave that to him for his birthday.
You did give that to him. I thought I was going to bring that up. This was Christian's first computer that you gave to him for his birthday, like God knows how long ago.
Because it was my first pre-built that I got from some guy for about like $200, $250.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it didn't have a. Did it have a? You added the 1060 into it though, right? There's no way you bought a computer for $200 for the 1060.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just old. Like it's
it's
you,
really old.
you boot up the computer and then the matrix pops up, you know?
Yeah, like DDR3s, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's not in itself is not necessarily I mean it is, but like you look at the BIOS and it's like a terminal and you're like, what the fuck? What
Bro, okay, so this is a fun story.
Ooh,
So story time.
story time.
Zach's corner. So
You want to give me that Red Bull, by the way, Zach? I'm gonna cave in.
okay, here you go.
This is Zach. You see that? Handing off bad influences. You should
I
have
told
just
you.
not.
I told
You
you.
should have just not. And
What-
I'm not even gonna wipe the top. I'm going to drink whatever whatever person put his thumbprint on. All right.
I'll have you know, I told you that you didn't have to drink it.
I know you did.
I bought it for in case of emergency. Damn it. So probably.
I just want to be one of the caffeine bros.
Caffeine bros. So in 2015 or 2016, I was talking to my dad about how I wanted to.
Back in my day.
It was summer of 2016, and I was talking to my dad about buying a new computer, all of that kind of stuff, and he was like, "I got you. I know a guy," and he ended up buying like a monstrous gaming PC from like 2004.
Hell yeah. That shit runs, baby.
And he was like, "Yeah, dude, this is like a $4,000 PC that one of my buddies bought, and he's been using it ever since, and he just wanted to get rid of it." And I was like, "All right, bet." And it was running Windows XP.
Hell yeah.
And
But this was 16, so this is like Windows 8 at this point, right? Windows 10 is not a thing yet, is it?
not yet.
Yeah, so
I
it's
don't
not
think.
compared to then. It's not that old. It's pretty
Windows,
old.
Windows XP.
That's true. I guess I'm thinking Vista.
Yeah. So this computer was built in like 2004, and my dad was like, "Oh, he built this $4,000 beast of a gaming PC, all this kind of stuff. You know, he handpicked out every single part that went into it, all that shit." And then we got it, and literally, okay, so you know the meme of like the 4090 sounding like it's a plane taking off when it boots? It literally had an entire panel of fans.
Nice.
And, you know, there was no such thing as liquid cooling. There was no such thing as like a lot of things to make it so that your shit doesn't explode. And also, I'm sure you know that like early PC parts were fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like they ran hot enough to like boil water.
Well, yeah, because at the time, because they're gonna hit 100C, if not, because the cooling systems back then, unless you got really extravagant with it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not really into the whole like vintage tech thing, so I don't know too much about it. But you're looking at these like dinky coolers that you probably have in that computer over there.
Yeah.
Except worse. So, and you're trying to cool like the hottest chip that exists back then.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not gonna work unless you just waterboard it somehow and not fry all your circuits. So it's fun. I'm pretty sure water cooling did exist, but yeah, you had to be really intricate with it. Older computers, even the computer I bought over there from 2018, I think 2017, 2018, also has a side panel that you can put a fan on. I'm pretty sure this computer too does. Usually, like you needed to have an extra panel because if you're not gonna have a glass panel or something, you may as well be able to stick a fucking fan on it so you can get some more air for your graphics card. So it was a vibe. It shows its age a bit, but
You know, we're talking over.
this is over a decade for sure.
Yeah.
Did your computer come with the 680 or the 660 or whatever it was, or did you buy that afterwards and install it?
So just wait. This is
Okay.
This
It's
is
about to get worse.
this is the chronicles of my dad trying to buy me computer stuff without me having any input. So basically, we got that computer. That computer was kind of like, It was a little bit janky. Like I couldn't even download like Google Chrome onto it because like
yikes.
the software was so old that it it predated like modern Google Chrome and like all of that kind of stuff.
So you're an explorer boy.
I had to Explorer boy
You
it.
had to
And
explore. I'm so sorry.
I somehow managed to get Steam on it, and then
Nice.
yeah, that was. I don't know how I couldn't get Google Chrome, but I could get Steam. It doesn't make any sense, but it was worse than the computer I had at the time, which was like a Acer pre-built with no.
Wait, it wasn't that? Oh, I thought this
This
is
was-
what you're going for. Your Acer pre-built that we use for your power button.
No,
This wasn't it? This is a different computer?
This is a different
Oh,
computer.
shit.
But
Okay,
wait.
go on. But wait, there's more.
There's more. So, yeah, this whole thing happened. I think we ended up stealing the power supply out of it, and then that was the only thing that was even useful. And it's kind of funny because when you open up the case for that Acer computer, you'll see the power supply from that ancient computer. And it's just all spaghetti wired and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure the back panel on my Acer computer was, like, bent because I had to, like, cram so many cables in there.
Nice.
Anyways, so we ended up just kind of, like, taking our losses on that computer. I think my dad spent, like, $100 on it or something like that just because it was, like, a family friend, all of that.
It was
kind of
$100.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's fine.
Yeah.
$100 just to take like the power supply, maybe the hard drive. Say
Yeah.
in 2016 or whatever. Yeah, that's a good deal, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish the whole computer didn't come with it, but
Yeah, dude, literally the computer was, like, as tall as this table almost.
that's insane.
Would
It
you
was
put
a
it on the ground?
Yeah.
You know, I'm assuming so because that shit is not going to go
No,
on the desk
that's
at all.
Are you kidding me? You have your keyboard and your mouse, and this is all the desk space you get, or your mouse.
Do you really think I could put
My
a mouse on?
3000 DPI goes crazy, bro. Listen, all right, my flicks are insane.
I move my hand an inch and I do a full 360. Anyways, so after that whole fiasco,
Sure.
my dad had another friend who was like, "Hey, I'm upgrading the graphics card in my computer. Do you want my old one?" And he was like, "I bet." And it came in a GTX 970 box.
Mhm.
And so we were under the assumption that it was a GTX 970 because some people hold on to boxes of old parts like you do. And so
Hey, fuck you.
no.
You said that so condescendingly. I thought
Oh, it's shade.
you said some people hold boxes.
No, I
Never
wasn't.
use them.
I wasn't trying to be condescending at all. Sorry.
It's okay.
So
I get it.
So we ended up getting this supposed GTX 970, and we had to figure out how the fuck are we gonna put this into the case that my pre-built was in, because the pre-built is a pre-built, and it wasn't really designed for anything else to go into it, and so the motherboard had a PCIe slot for a graphics card. It just the case was very small, so we ended up.
This is not the big boy thing.
No.
So now this is the Acer pre-built that you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Which is a newer one.
Yes, but not by much.
This one has Vista.
This one has Windows 7.
Hey, it's not bad. A lot of people stayed on Windows 7.
My dad stayed on Windows 7.
A lot of people are still on Windows 7. Although I think they just lost support, I think, last year.
Sadness. Anywho, so R.I.P.
RIP. A good
Rest in
one.
peace.
Rest in peace to a great one.
So we figured out how to get the graphics card in, and we ended up having to like disconnect the front I/O to make it so that it would work. And so all this jankiness, all this kind of stuff, and then I booted up the GeForce experience, all of that kind of stuff for
Word.
drivers and whatnot. And I was like, that's weird. My computer says that this is a GTX 660, not a 970. And I was very confused. And it took me probably too long to realize that I had the wrong graphics card in it. Like
Zach, you know how too long was? Too long was when you handed me this box that was a 970 Ti that I took out. I looked at it and I was like, this is not a 970 Ti. I was like, Zach. And now it's in there. Now it's in the computer that runs our podcast. So, hey, you know, but you got it for free though.
yeah.
So who cares? It's whatever. If you would have said I paid 970 money for it, I would have been like, I don't know who your dad's friend is, but he fucking gypped you. Not only did your dad's friend gypped him from that computer from before, these guys must be salesmen. Oop, drop my gamer cup. These guys must be salesmen,
Right.
car salesmen,
And
gamer salesmen.
gamers.
To be fair, not a lot of people knew about. Oh, you want to show the gamer cup? I ended up getting one of those waifu cups. I have a fun story about this one, by the way. If we want to divert to it, unless you're done with your story.
I was just gonna say after that point, I didn't really trust my dad to give me any more advice about computer parts and everything like
Hey,
that.
now.
and then I started going to you, and then we built my computer and used that Acer computer as a power button. Like straight up,
Well, it's only because normally if you want to turn on your computer before you hook a power button up, you have to use a screwdriver and you jump the pins for the power. And that's fine. That's normal shit. It just wasn't working for some reason when we tried to jump it. I don't know what I did wrong. Then again, this is like I'm just getting into computers at this point. Like I've got into it a bunch, but technically I hadn't built my first computer before yours. So technically, Zach, you were my first computer. Like fully functional. Well, no, that's a lie. I built that one computer that I tried to sell for like $500, but my own personal computer I had not built yet.
yeah.
I built yours first, so I'm still kind of new to the game. And you really want to show off?
It's gonna just be here now.
It's gonna be here.
forever.
All
Right next to
right.
me.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
It's a nice cup.
And so, what was I saying? Yeah, you would just use a screwdriver to jump it. It just wasn't working. That's all. So we just had to use your previous computer. Take the power cables. It's not that complicated of an idea. It's just funny to think that that's what we had to do, because we had to have a whole nother computer right next to your new computer just to make it run, just for the power button, like a whole computer. So it's just the idea that was funny.
And the fact that that computer was sitting on just like a tiny little table.
Little
And-
table.
That's where little table. That's where that came from. Was from us using the table to hold up a computer that no longer functioned.
We can use a little table for that corner instead of that big desk.
What is a little table?
It's just a little table.
Like what? Like my ankle little table or?
No, it's about knee high. How big was a little table?
I don't know.
It was shorter than the conventional desk, I think. Right?
It definitely was.
Was it like a little coffee table that you when
I
you go
would
to a
imagine
cafe? It's like right here in front
It was
of me.
yeah, but it's like also small itself. It's like a square,
Oh, okay.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. We can put a little table right there. Oh,
Do-
but then,
Where do
But
you
it's
put
like
this
a-
table?
it's like a drawer system, right?
It only had one drawer.
Yeah, but it's solid, so I couldn't stuff all my keyboard stuff underneath the legs, so I couldn't do that.
You put a lot of like mouse pads right here.
I do have a lot of desk mats. I'm ashamed to admit how many desk mats I have, but I have a lot. To be fair, but hey, it's when I'm switching keyboards, I want to switch the desk mat. Come on now, you know what I mean?
You gotta change the setting.
You got to change this exactly. I
Yeah,
changed
you
the
gotta
color of
change-
my lights.
You know, change the mood and everything like that.
Exactly. See, this guy gets me, Zach.
He understands.
He understands. You look at me with disappointment.
No, I just
It's like, damn, this guy has a lot of desk pads.
Not only has a lot of desk pads, he has a bunch of cardboard boxes, computer parts. Nerd.
keyboards.
Keyboards. How dare you? But yeah. So this gamer cup, right? The waifu cup from Gamer Subs. Not sponsored. But if they would like to sponsor me, that'd be pretty sick. This is from this design. So what they do, are you aware of the gamer cups, Zach? The waifu cups?
Yes. Yeah.
Essentially, all you need to know is that they're drops. Like they're monthly, I think. I'm not sure. Like some sort of routine drop where there is a design, it drops, right? And then you buy it, and then it never sells again. Right?
I was just playing Genshin in real life. both
I am
times.
playing Genshin in real life. No, actually. So, right, this cup is one of not the earlier cups, but an early cup. I don't know how long it was, but it's early. This design specifically with this cute little sailor girl, and it's for like some sort of online VTuber event thing that I don't know too much about. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what VTuber group. I don't remember anything, but it exists. Oh yeah, sure. Whoa.
Nice catch.
It's all good. Bring me higher. Thank you. So it's cool. I don't recognize who this is. I think it was. I don't think it is a VTuber, but it's something like that, right? And I saw it and I was like, oh, cool. I want this one. And then I find out it's sold out, of course, right? So if you're looking for a limited drop and it's sold out, where do you go?
eBay.
eBay. So I went on eBay Not this for this specifically. I mean, this would have been cool, right? But not this specifically. There was a couple ones because a lot of the designs are actually like kind of lewd. I don't know if you saw them. They're kind of lewd.
I browsed the website.
And I think about what I could be. But not that it's a bad thing. I think it's fantastic. And I think it's really funny that's the direction the company is going for. As a weeb, I'm proud,
I
right?
understand weebs want to get buff.
No, exactly. Nothing. If listen, the girl on this cup. If she would have had big ass tits hanging out, and I walk up and I'm like this, you don't fuck with me.
No one's gonna mess with you.
No one's gonna mess with you.
If I'm gonna look at you weird first, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, you want? And then I take a sip of creatine out of my Gamer Go cup. You know,
I thought you were gonna say titty milk.
titty milk. I take a sip of titty milk. You. This is what makes me grow.
So for context, they made a flavor of
Gamer Sups.
Gamer Sups that was called titty milk.
Yeah, and it's a collaboration of Slat, I think you said?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. If not another one.
I'm pretty sure it's Shalat.
It does sound like a Slat thing. And I'm happy for that. I didn't know he was chill like that. Well, actually, I imagine that he would make one called Titty Milk, actually. Anyways, so I'm browsing on eBay looking for the waifu cups because my friend Matthew, shout out to Okami Matthew, he was also looking for these cups. And he found one. He was like, I found a cool one. I'm gonna be part of the waifu cup collection. And so these cups, they probably sell for, I don't know, $30 or so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
About. And which is not that much. And because it's not that much, 100% over MSRP is only like what, $60, $70 or so, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. I found this for I think $70, which is a lot for a cup. But
You spent $70 on that cup?
Yeah.
$70.
Zach, look at her.
That's $70 right there.
That's $70 right here.
That don't look like $70 to me.
Exactly. So, okay, Zach, the other ones were selling for like $90 and $100, so I feel like I got a pretty good steal. Now, here's the craziest part, right?
Or you could just buy one when they drop.
They're not going to drop. They don't. This one specifically is not going to sell again.
Well, I know that one specifically is not going to sell again, but you were just talking about how you're like, I don't know what show this is from or who this figure. Or
It doesn't. Well, none of them are like, unless it's a collaboration with like an actual content creator. They're all just random anime girls, just in different different getups and such, right? So this one just happened to be a girl in a sailor uniform that looked really cute. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And it was about $70 from some guy in Puerto Rico.
Are you sure that's real?
I'll get to there. So, I'm like,
I don't like where this is going.
there's no way, right? This guy has. Okay, so here's the craziest part. I buy it, right? Because I'm like, fuck it. I'm in the mood, right? I'm with my homie. He just bought one. I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy one too, because that's fire. I buy one, right? And he texts me not the guy, not my friend Matthew, but Puerto Rican guy. He texts me and he goes, "Hey, this is a limited drop, and I just ordered it, and it'll ship whenever I get it."
Whenever he gets it.
And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean when you get it? This cup sold out and is no longer producing since at least 5 or 6 months ago. I didn't say this, but this is what I was thinking, right? I was like, wait a minute. At this point, my marketing class started hitting, right? And I was like, did I just get duped or gypped? Probably. But I decided that I would believe him because he was actually super nice. His message was super nice. I mean, it could totally just be a scammer sending a nice message, but he seemed like a good guy. He had good ratings and stuff. And I mean, he had a picture with like the sample packets. Sorry, buddy, I'm not gonna eat those. That would be bad. Don't ever, if you're gonna do something like this, don't consume any actual food products if it comes with it. That's a bad idea. It didn't come with any, so that's good. So I'm waiting, right? And then, sure enough, 2 weeks later, I get a message. Hey, I just got the cup and I'm shipping it to you now.
Maybe it took some time when he ordered it from the drop.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Maybe,
I don't think
maybe
so.
gamer subs take a long time to ship.
Well, to be fair, I don't know that. So here's the thing, right?
In Puerto Rico.
I do think that's true. I do think that's what happens because I'll get to this in a bit, but he starts selling the more recent cups as well. So I think that is true. Sorry, there's like a garbage truck outside because it's Wednesday, and we decided to shoot on Wednesdays, and Wednesdays is when the garbage truck comes.
Sounds like
Wednesday,
someone
my
revving
dudes.
the car up.
Yeah, it could be that. There's a lot of things. And we
It's
don't have
Wednesday,
denoise.
my
It's
dudes.
Wednesday, my dudes. And no one's gonna do it good. And thank you. I'm never. No, who cares? Nobody cares. Garbage truck guy's doing his thing. So he sends me a message and says, "Hey, it's shipping now." I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Honestly, I thought I was just gonna get fucked. So this is not too bad." And then a couple days earlier, this comes in the mail, and I'm like, "Oh, real shit." So I open it, and it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Here's that. Feel it. Feel the print. Like it's on there. It's not. I was expecting it to be like a sticker.
Oh.
All right. I was expecting this motherfucker to just a print from like Photoshop, slap it on, print a sticker out of it, and then slap it onto a plastic, like a shaker cup, a generic shaker cup. And then also, look on the bottom. It's also etched on the bottom with gamer subs. As well as recycling things and other things, and a barcode that I don't know what's scanned for. Maybe this is the JIT part. I don't know. But, like, it's pretty... You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
This seems pretty real.
Right? I mean, I don't know if there's really a way to verify that. And if that's the case, do I care? Not really. It's pretty real. And do you think that some... no offense to Puerto Rico. That's not what I'm trying to say. But some random ass guy from Puerto Rico has some sort of custom mold plastic waifu cup gamer subs cup operation just to sell $70 cups of this accuracy. I mean, unless they somehow have the molds, where is he going to? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, or it could be something along the lines of like, it could be mass produced in China or something like that, and then they're buying it and reselling it.
That's fair because I mean, you know, that's what these cups are. You know, gamer subs sources their cups like that as well, right? That's how these things work. So
Right.
that's true. That's fair. That could definitely be it. But it's perfect. It's like it. So I'm like, fuck it. Why not? I don't care anymore. And then that brings up a really odd topic of, well, isn't that just like supporting counterfeits and clones? Well, this counterfeit costs more than I didn't even save money buying the counterfeit.
You paid.
I paid more. So where is that argument? I think the argument is fine. So whether he actually bought it in bulk and it took that long to ship for him, and then he's finally selling them, or he actually custom molded it, I don't care. But I know I did check, like I said, onto his page again after he sent me the message. I was like, oh, cool. And I was back on eBay, check his page again. And he's selling the most recent cup, which is Giguk's like wife's cup, or Sid Snap or whatever. And she has a cup going on, and he's selling that as well. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess he probably is just bulk buying them, which is fair. That's a thing people do. It's just whatever. So yeah, I now have a waifu cup, and I'm pretty stoked.
Waifu cup.
Waifu cup.
It's a pretty waifu cup.
It's pretty good, right? Now you're gonna join the club.
I'm not sure if I paid $70.
Well, I mean, if you're okay with like some of the drop, if you say you see a drop that you're into, you know, you finally find the one.
Find the one.
You find the
cup.
one cup, and you're like, this is it.
I'm
This is
dropping my money.
TJ.
You're just like, shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money. Although I don't have any more like I have a little bit left. I have some of the rainbow sherbet, which is a good one.
How about that one up there?
That one is probably out. That one over there is out. Well, it's not out. It's just like little bits left. You can't really grab with a scooper. I still have some sample packets.
Have you ever heard of the Sonic the Hedgehog G Fuel one?
Yeah, I have.
The chili dog one?
Wait, no. Was that the one I bought?
No, it's not this. This one's like a very limited one.
What the fuck?
And
A
it's
chili dog drink?
It's a chili dog G Fuel. My friend actually had it. He tried it. He said it tasted like shit. But it was really funny. That's
No,
just
that's
bring it
fair.
in.
Why would it not taste like drinkable chili dog? Zach, are you gonna drink that?
Yes.
Okay, now you ask his friend. You can trade, and he'll give it to you. He probably still has it.
It was probably limited quality. He probably just has it on the shelf just for display.
I
now.
think so, yeah, because it's a silly thing, right? If you're a Sonic fan, probably is it a Sonic reference or is it just
Yes,
right?
because
Right.
Sonic eats chili dogs.
Right. I'm not a Sonic
Hedgehogs
fan.
eat chili dogs.
Oh, of course. I knew this as a Sonic fan.
Of course.
Of course. I played one Sonic game, and it's the racing one where you're on the rails.
Oh, like the little
I can't remember what
There's
it's
like a
called.
little hover board, whatever.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, right.
I know what you're talking
Or they're
about.
skating or something. I don't know. They're on rails, and you're racing, and you can play 2 players, or there's a single player. It's on the GameCube.
Yeah, I think they're on the hoverboards.
I think they're on hoverboards. Sonic made hoverboards before hoverboards were hoverboards.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. Speaking of which, what games do you play these days?
Right now, I am playing Monster Hunter World with my friend Dark Horse, or Mason.
Shout out Mason.
Yeah, it's just a fun grinding type of game.
I've seen like all the VTubers I watch play Monster Hunter. Did you just get into it?
Yeah, I recently just got into it.
Okay, got you.
And like I said before the podcast, I got back into Fortnite.
Yeah, he got into
Just 'cause all the
Fortnite.
collabs with that. It's just really fun. Just having a blast.
That's good. And this is the no build, the 0 build or whatever.
Yeah, I can't compete with all the
Oh yeah, no.
Freshmen.
I saw all the 12-year-olds,
all the 12
all the cracked on the sticks.
who can outbuild me, who has like
These damn
the mental power of like editing, building, and then still missing their shots. But
no, these
kill
are
me.
these are the future architects of our world. You don't understand.
Cranking 90s.
Cranking 90s,
What about-
slamming.
For the fam.
What about you guys? Are you guys playing games, or are you guys like living life to the fullest?
What about you, Zach? Because I know you're not really playing very many games.
Ooh.
When's Town with the Boys?
What the fuck? You said okay.
I know. I said I was gonna do it, but then I didn't.
You were just like, yeah, bro, town with the boys. Let's do it. And I was like, I bet.
But then I got busy. I ended up having plans that weekend, so I was like, fuck. Because I had a babysit, and then I had an outing, and then I was like, oh, fuck.
It's funny because he went to hang out with us one time.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Wait, maybe that was it. Sorry, Zach.
You bitch.
Sorry, Zach. I have other friends to hang out with.
Yeah, we went to Washington Square just to like.
No,
shop.
that was a different night.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, you want to talk about that shit Chinese food?
Okay, we went to Washington Square. This is really good, like nice Chinese restaurant.
It was really nice. It was nice.
Can we just talk about why Washington Square Mall is in Oregon?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Tigard, Oregon, and
I
not
questioned
Washington.
that.
That was that we kept making jokes about that the entire night. Why are we not in Washington? Why is the Washington Square Mall? That is not even really a square. It's more like a pentagon.
I asked my mom that. It's like she asked me to go pick up something at Washington Square. I'm like, where is it? Is it up north? She's like, no, it's in Oregon. I'm like, why is it? Why the hell is it called Washington Square then?
Why?
Do you know why it's called Washington Square? Because I don't.
I have no idea.
It's because the nicest thing that's in Oregon.
Is Washington Square?
Well, there's no way something that's Oregon's a great state. As long as you go past Portland.
Yeah.
You know, to go on a slight tangent, I don't understand why people are like, oh, I want to move to Portland. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I
I want to
don't.
be a part of the city life and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro,
No.
you could literally do,
I would rather do that in Seattle.
yeah, or Seattle, or even like, you know, like downtown Vancouver, like right by the waterfront. Like, it's basically the same shit. It's,
Yeah, waterfront is like
Yeah.
is
All those
basically downtown Portland, but like 50% less jank. Smaller, but 70% less.
people. I do like the development they're doing in the waterfront in downtown Vancouver. It's
Are
really
they doing
nice.
more?
I'm not sure they're doing more, but it is really nice down there.
It is.
So
really
I was
nice.
just at the waterfront before
Oh, okay.
I came here.
Oh, word.
Yeah, they're doing construction like along the.
Well, there's
waterfront.
always been construction. I remember every single time I go, there's always like a road blocked off for construction.
Yeah, because they're building shit.
I know. It's how that works. It's how a downtown works. They build infrastructure. What were we talking about?
Washington Square,
Washington
Chinese food.
Square. Yeah, the Chinese food.
So this is what you mean when you go on tangents.
This is what I mean.
I was like, wait.
You want to bring
what
your
were
mic
we
a little
talking
closer?
about?
Just a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but we went to this Chinese restaurant. There was 5 of us, Arthur and I included. So it was like 5. We're we're all hungry. I didn't get anything to eat before we left.
I didn't either.
Neither did Arthur, and we're hungry. Neither did one of our other friends, I think Eric.
Oh, okay.
And we're like, okay, what do you guys want to eat? We want to eat at the food court or just Chinese restaurant? And we're like, let's try this Chinese restaurant. It sounds pretty good. We get in there after about like what, half an hour or 45 minutes of waiting.
I think so. Yeah.
We order our food. We get like 5 dishes that we're supposed to share upon ourselves.
So it has like it's like this dim sum style type food. Do you know about dim sum?
We talked about this in the last episode.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, but we have a person right here to talk about it again, so he can corroborate my story.
So dim sum, you just order a lot of dishes, and they're just like these small platters of food. You order a lot, but the problem is we're not struggling for money, but a lot of the dishes were really expensive.
They're really expensive. Yeah, dim sum's way cheaper.
They were like $15 for 10 like Hershey Kisses size like dumplings,
yeah,
soup dumplings.
Yeah,
and we ate them like within like the first minute, and we're like, I'm still hungry, and all the other dishes were just as small. We ended up paying $100, and we were just so disappointed. The food there, it was super good though.
It was. Oh, with the string beans,
the string beans.
The string beans were the best thing.
The garlic string beans were the best thing.
Oh
there.
my god, they didn't even taste like string beans. They taste like sex. It was great. You know, it was fantastic.
It was really great, but I wouldn't take a whole group of guys who can eat probably like the mall Chinese food or used to the mall Chinese food restaurant type of style. You know what I'm talking about? You know,
yeah.
The,
like Panda Express and
Panda
type
Express
stuff,
and how they pack their styrofoam boxes up.
Well, I mean, even in the Vancouver Mall, there's that sushi place that's like right across from the food court.
Hadn't been there.
I've been there. They actually make some really, really good food over there,
and
it's not really super expensive either. I mean, you know, it's probably like $5 or $6 a plate
for the sushi.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like a conveyor.
It's
belt
a conveyor
place.
belt, right?
Yeah, so like that's like the most expensive plate, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
But you order other things too.
Yeah, like you can order like ramen or like yakisoba or something like that.
Word.
And so, yeah, it was really good. I actually ended up going with Andy a while ago now, actually, probably over the summer. But yeah, we just went there because we were like, fuck it, dude, let's try something different. I've never been here before. And then we ended up just having a grand old time.
That's good. My only experience with them is way earlier in my bubble tea career, and we would trade sushi for bubble tea after closing. And well, to be fair, because they're a food restaurant, right? So typically, if they're a good restaurant, they would throw all their extra stuff out, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess they just, hey, we'll trade you this, and mind you, a lot of sushi for some bubble tea. And we're like, fuck yeah, why not? So while we're closing, we can slam on all sorts of sushi of all different types. So I mean, some I don't even know. So I got a lot of mileage out of that. How good was their sushi?
It's conveyor belt. It's good.
It's conveyor belt sushi. It's not bad after you dip it in some soy sauce and wasabi. It's not bad, right?
What's your favorite type of sushi?
Ooh, see, I'm really weird because I don't like the texture of raw fish.
It's fair.
So I mostly get like.
It's okay. I know children.
Yeah, we're talking about rolls here. We're not talking about like the high quality sashimi type of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't want to be a stereotypical white guy and be like California rolls.
I was waiting for you to say it.
That's my sister's favorite. I'm like, I'll try something else. No? Okay.
I don't know, anything with like shrimp or crab in it, just because like they have to cook it at least a little bit, just because like
it's probably not crab then.
Do you like the? Well, most of it's imitation crab, and honestly,
that's fair.
It's really good to me. I like.
No, I like imitation crab too.
Do you like tempura? Like, like how they deep fry it and all that type of stuff?
Oh yeah.
That stuff is really good. It's like one of my favorites.
I just love just a salmon roll.
Oh, just
like
salmon nigiri.
Yeah,
or salmon
whatever. Yeah, whatever it's called in Japanese. But just salmon on rice and probably seaweed if it's there, and just dip it. I love that. I would slurp it down. I just slurp the salmon down. I actually like the taste of raw fish. Sorta. It depends. I feel like it's not just raw fish, right? It's prepared somewhat, right? To an extent, or is it just raw fish?
Somewhat.
Like just.
I mean, I'm not
like
really
salmon.
sure.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like they don't just like take it out of the freezer or whatever the fuck and warm and just let it sit and all right, slice it up and put it on rice. I feel like it's prepared somewhat.
I'm sure they just clean it. That's about it.
You think? It's
So,
not like not necessarily marinated, but it's something. I don't know. This is a guess.
I don't know. So when I was in Hawaii, context, I went and spent a week over in Hawaii, and we ended up going to a sushi place, and they were selling like dumplings and sushimi, like a whole bunch of different stuff. And there was also another restaurant that sold sushimi, and they also did dishes with fish eggs with like caviar in it.
Ooh.
And I mean, granted, it was ungodly amounts of money that we were spending at this
Well,
place.
it's caviar. We've
We've
all seen the Victorious
I mean,
episode.
Yeah, caviar is expensive, but Hawaii is just.
It is.
What island did you go to, by the way?
Oahu.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well,
everything.
it was the
there.
tourist,
The tourist
island. Yeah.
everything's gonna be really pricey because
Mhm.
I actually went there over for the summer too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, paying like $50 for each meal at every diner is really expensive.
Oh
Granted,
man.
a lot of their food was good. Some of it is salty. I mainly got a lot of fish.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, all
I
the
mean,
fish is good.
If
Well, the
you're-
fish is good. Fresh cod and all that shit. Mm.
If you're gonna go to an island, then I mean, why not eat sushi, right? Because like
Yeah.
it's such a
or it's
bigger-
fish. Yeah.
yeah, it's such a bigger part of the culture there too. So I had a lot of like
Heavy Japanese and Korean culture there.
yeah. That was probably the most fascinating thing for me when I was there, was just seeing how different the culture was, just because of like the Japanese and Korean influence. And like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, they make up like a vast majority of like the percentage of population there.
Well, I was saying like the other episode where I went to Oahu and I was like, this is just Asia. This is like Malaysia or something. This is just one of those islands. Like if it's the weirdest thing for me was, and I'm younger, but still I can recognize my kind, and they're just island dudes or island people that are for sure to me or just feel like they're like Malaysian or Singaporean or something, and they just speak fluent English. Like you want them to, you expect them to start bringing some like broken English or start speaking in like Japanese or some shit, or have those type of those type of cadences. No, slamming pure English vocabulary. Weird as shit. Weird as shit.
It is super bizarre.
Like some old Asian looking dude just slamming some English.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what your restaurants you went to, but I went to more of the tourist attraction restaurants. So
Yeah.
I went to a place called like Duke's. That's like one of the famous restaurants there. And then I went to a place called Wolfgang, which is a very expensive place to go to. Food's okay. The food is good. It's not worth the price in my opinion, but
I
yeah,
mean, that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I had like most of my servers were either islanders or actual Asians because we did go to a sushi place too, and they spoke fluent English, but in the kitchen I would hear them speak their native tongue. I'm like, okay,
Oh, good.
So they're probably just used to it now because that place is like crawling with tourists every year.
No,
so
for sure.
I'm sure their English just improves on time.
Yeah, well, living there in Hawaii, it's probably pretty great. Just
Yeah,
figuring out all the English and such.
Yeah. It's really fascinating, though, because Arthur and I sat down and talked about this very extensively, talking about like fancy restaurants and all of that kind of stuff. Like,
We're gonna do it for the round 3 or round 4.
no, we're not gonna dive deep into it, but it's really interesting because that like high end restaurants and everything like that have the same type of diminishing return as a lot of other things do, and it's really fascinating when you find that fine line between like, McDonald's and like a 5-star Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Like when you find that like perfect sweet spot, it's like right above Applebee's, but it's not like
But it's not quite Denny's.
Denny's is divine cuisine. But yeah, it was really fun, especially in Hawaii, because we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into every single time we went to a restaurant, and we ended up staying on the Aulani Resort, the Disney resort, and they had a bunch of really, really good restaurants there, and right across from the resort there was also a bunch of different restaurants, and there was a restaurant called Monkey Pod, and it was really, really good.
So one letter off a really bad title. Good. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think.
No, it's
No,
okay.
no,
it's
you
okay.
got me distracted on this too now.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Anyways,
You can think about it. It's not a good optic. I'm just kidding. I'm sure they're great.
yeah, it was really good. They made some really good food, and I didn't really think about this while I was there, but once, like I think the day we were leaving, I realized that my body was not accustomed to eating like fish and sushi every single day for at least 2 out of the 3 meals, and so my body was just all kinds of fucked up from that. Just because like, yeah, it's really interesting when you become so accustomed to eating a certain way and then you go somewhere where that's not as much of a thing. And I mean, granted, I did go to a Taco Bell when I was there.
Good. You can't get away from it. You gotta slam some normie food at some point, even in the vacation.
Yeah, I tried to find a McDonald's over there.
Yeah,
one time.
exactly.
Like I can't keep going.
Well, you have all
restaurants.
those the convenience stores.
Yeah.
You see like the
Oh,
all
yeah,
the ABC,
ABC
stores.
stores.
Yeah, literally. There's an
Yeah,
ABC store in every single corner.
I go me and Monaco go there every day. Went there every day because they had what was it called? Now it's
Spam musubi?
Yeah, spam musubi.
Yeah.
They had that everywhere. But damn, they're still expensive in there.
They're pretty expensive, but not as expensive as eating out. If we weren't going to eat out, I would literally, me and my brother would just walk to the ABC store. There was one literally in our little resort thing. There's probably like 2, I don't know. But there's one right next to our hotel room. And we went there, and we always bought spam musubi, maybe a custard or something. It's basically just like what I imagine to be like a softcore version of like the Japanese convenience stores. Because they have all sorts of foods and stuff. They basically have bento boxes just ready. So if you don't want to slam like $100 for a meal that day, or just grab a quick bento box. It's not too bad.
Dude, they had sake at one of the restaurants we went to, and it was really good. Hit me like a fucking freight train.
Did you have it like well, we had sake one time actually, and it was out in Lincoln City. Did it come out warm or like hot for you? Because it did
No.
for us.
So there are a lot of different ways that they prepare it. They can do like cold or hot, and the different types of sake can range really drastically on like how it tastes. And I can't remember the specific kind that I got, but it basically
It was probably cold, if I had to take a guess.
mine was cold. Yeah. But yeah, it was really good, and now I just want to see where I can find some to buy.
Gotta go to gotta hit up K-Town.
Did you notice that? I'm not sure if you like really drink. I mean, you said you had sake, but I had a lot of like cocktails and mixed drinks over there.
Oh, I did too.
They really go heavy with the alcohol on that.
Oh,
do
dude,
they?
it's fucking great.
I know.
love it.
I was like, holy shit. I'm like drinking one. I'm like, okay, I gotta
See
slow
the
down.
future.
I gotta slow down. And like, our waitress at our first restaurant, it's like, oh, if you guys really like drinking, here are some other restaurants who do like, you can just like drink a lot and for like a cheap price. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun. We didn't go to any of them because we are not heavy drinkers.
Yeah,
I can imagine drinking culture being pretty crazy over there.
it is. It is.
Did you Uber or anything like, or what is it, Lyft, or did you get a rental?
Renticle. We did both. So we rented
Rental
a car.
seagull. Sorry.
Rental carrier pigeon. So we ended up renting a car for the day, and then we ended up driving around the entire island and just went to all the cool stuff. Like we went to the Dole Plantation and like all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you went on Kamehame Road or highway.
Yeah. I forgot about that
What?
until you mentioned it.
Wanna know what?
There's a highway on the island called Kamehameha.
That is. That's I don't know how to
I was
I don't know how to comment on that.
Yeah, I was talking to Monica. So if you want to go to the Dole Plantation, we had to get on Kamehame Road. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, we had to get on Kamehame Road. And I'm like, you're messing with me. I'm like, no, look.
Kamehame Road.
Go on Google
What?
Maps. What the fuck?
What the fuck? How'd they let this go?
So yeah, I ended up renting a car for the day, and then I did end up taking a couple Ubers because I got a tattoo when I was in Hawaii.
Nice.
I ended up getting like a giant thing that goes all up my thigh. It's pretty dope. I'll show you a picture later, but Yeah, it was really interesting because one of the guys who was driving me around, he was Korean, and he had just come from South Korea, and I think he said he had been there for like 3 years or something like that, and it was just so fascinating because I found that like being the person speaking the language that someone else is learning is a very interesting position to be in, because when you're learning another language and you're talking to someone who it's their native tongue, like Japanese or Korean or anything like that, and even sign language.
Yeah, I was gonna say sign language.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, it's interesting because you know, you feel like there's so much pressure, but there really isn't. And then being on the other side of it, it's really cool just talking to them and then realizing that like they're really eager to learn the language, and like, you know, just I found myself like making it easier to be understood, like using simpler language, just because like not to make them feel stupid or anything, but just to like make sure that like the point that I was trying to have come across would
things, even not even just English, but in other languages too, you can kind of not necessarily dumb down the sentences or languages, but just kind of use easier words that are understandable for people that are learning, things like that. I mean, if I was to speak Laos, I would speak like in the most brain dead, like way,
syllable type of thing.
Yeah. So it would just be like, yeah, but it still gets the point across in most case scenarios, and they would kind of well, actually in Laos they would just slam they would just slam temple talk back to me, but you know, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But in general, yeah, you do have that, do find that you're intimidated to use the language towards like a native speaker, but usually the native speaker is okay with kind of dumbing it down to let you kind of figure it out as well. So it's nice, but it's that you gotta figure that out, because if I'm ever gonna speak Japanese to my Japanese friends, I am pigeon piss scared. I am so shaken. But I know that if I just speak like a baby, then they're gonna speak back in like non-kanji. You know what I mean?
You can practice with Ziam's fiance.
That's true. Ziam's fiance. Ziam is a good friend of ours. She is in Japan. How do you know how that's going, by the way? Because the last time I talked with him, he was talking about how, because they're engaged, right? And she had to go back to Japan. This was during COVID, I think, right? Yeah, this was during COVID, and they wanted her back in Japan. And that made it, you know, obviously hard for him to go to Japan and see her. So is she back in America, or what's the vibe with that? Do you know?
I think she is, because she works at Clark.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
she works at the art exhibit area.
Word.
Yeah, that's where she works right now.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, she's cool. I have that's the first time I met her. She's really cool. She's nice and all that. But yeah, Zyme they're fine. Sorry,
That's good.
I forgot. I was taking a drink. But yeah, they're fine. They're great. He's just working for his degree to be a nurse.
Good.
That's all.
Good man. Yeah, he was really, last time I talked with him, he was really stressing. So that's good to hear.
I mean, yeah, that stuff is really stressful.
It is very stressful. That's good. I wanted to ask you something, TJ, but I forgot. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, I guess I'll answer a question that you answered, that I asked before about games. Right now,
Oh my god, we got on such a long tangent.
That's okay. The tangents are fun. I love not talking about the topic that is at hand. It's way more fun.
It's really interesting to see how long it takes for us to actually get back to the subject that we were initially talking about.
Well, it's hard to reel it back because my attention span in like when I just woke up especially is not very strong. So I'm losing myself, which is why I opted for the Red Bull, even though I had been clean for a couple weeks.
Oh, you were clean for a couple weeks?
I was clean for a couple
you
months. I was clean since the last time you gave me one.
When was the last time?
Fuck.
I don't know, maybe a month or two.
It might have been when we were filming before I left, so probably like
at least a
3 weeks
month.
ago.
No, at least a month, because I also because you would ask me, and I would say no.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm on the coffee game, which you can debate whether that's better or not, but
Gotta
figuring.
love that deep fried marinated bean water.
Hey, now it's nice.
It is nice.
I have this nice one. It's like from Starbucks, believe it or fucking not. It's actually a Starbucks blend, and it's like a very, very super light blend, and I just drink it black. It's very nice. It's very clean, and I really. So the video games.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, TJ.
Yeah, what games are you playing?
Genshin, of course. Come on now, TJ.
Yeah, I know that.
You're back. Are you back on Genshin yet?
I pop in here and there just to do dailies, but I haven't like pushed the story.
That's fair. Have you done any of the recent Arkans?
No.
No, okay, that's fair. To be fair, I'm not really either. I haven't done the most current one, even though the last one was really good. And I'm the same. At the moment, I just go in and do dailies. So I've kind of been off it. The reason is because I started Honkai Impact instead. Do you know that?
I did not know that. I've seen Cameron play Honkai.
Really? When do you play Honkai?
Actually, what? No, he played the other Hoyo game.
There's another one?
Yeah, there's like Hoyo has
Are you talking about Star Rails or that's not out yet?
whatever it is. But I seen you play Honkai like a few times here and there.
Yeah, Honkai is basically, I guess Hoyo verse or MiHoYo's. Not first game, I don't want to say, but one of their more critically acclaimed games before Genshin came out, and it was nuts because. And did we talk about Honkai? No, probably not. Not in this podcast. This was like in 2016, 17. I'm on my iPhone 6, and some anime game drops on the App Store for free called Honkai Impact the Third. And then I watched my favorite content creator, DashyXP, play it. Dashy. You know Dashy, Zach?
I do.
What's
Yeah, scream it.
What's up, guys? What up? Yeah, that guy, fantastic guy. And he slimmed down a lot. Good for him. He played it, and obviously he doesn't know too much about it, but it was just funny to watch. But it was fascinating because this is 2016 or something like that, right? 17 or so, I don't know, but it's early, right? This is like iPhone 6, 7 days, and this full 3D high quality game drops for free. And the gacha system wasn't even really implemented yet. I mean, it was, but it was kind of janky. So this was just a free story based online-ish 3D game.
I'll bet you they were prepping for the gacha.
Oh, for sure. And it was for free on the App Store. Nothing like this had come out.
Absolutely. For free.
For free. Shut up.
Education.
Shut up. Don't even. It was free. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I had to play it. And I played it.
For free?
For free. And it was really good. Like, as far as the story goes, I didn't get very far. I only played it for like a couple weeks because, frankly, no phone can run it at good quality.
Yeah, Cameron was definitely playing this. You probably haven't seen him. He played it maybe once or twice. But I remember watching it, I'm like, dang.
Oh, you know what? No, he did snap me and said he installed it.
I'm like, dang, I'm watching it, like, damn, this really looks like a mobile game.
Yeah, because it was originally a mobile game. And it kind of really caters for the mobile experience because, like Genshin, it is a mobile game as well, but they have, like, if you play keyboard, it ports its own keyboard key mapping. And controller, it ports its own controller mapping. Honkai, it kind of does, but there's a lot of things where it's like, they really want you to tap and click and stuff. So it's really awkward, but it works. It's really funny because, I mean, they're full sending Genshin right now. So Honkai is not as necessarily like on the side burner because it's still very popular within its own community. Like, it is really good. But it's cool. My brother gets into it, right? And he says, you should play it because the story is incredible. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I come to find out that this is one of these games where you don't just play the game or you don't do the main thing. You read the manga and you play the visual novels. It's a fate, you know?
So I'm not going to get the full experience by just playing the game. I had to go on the other stuff.
Exactly. So when I heard this, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to do that. That's some dumb shit.
Are you doing that now?
I'm doing that now. Because I looked up a guide and there's a couple of guides, but there's one I followed and I was like, yeah, whatever. It's not that much initially before I can play the game. There's some manga chapters and a visual novel, but I'm like, I'll give it a shot because I've never done this before. Will I do it for Fate? Hell no. But I would give this a shot because it's not too bad and I want to play the game.
Are you doing it for Genshin? Because Genshin has that type of stuff.
Genshin does. They have a manga, but it's not that long.
Yeah, but it sets up like they showed Kole before.
They did, yeah, because Kole is the main character for that. So I'll do it. And my brother said it's not that long, so I'll give it a shot. But for now, Honkai is taking over me because I started reading it and I played the visual novels. And then I realized, damn, Ufotable really took Genshin over Honkai because Honkai's story is incredible. Oh my god. I just finished reading the 66 chapter manga from Honkai and I slammed it in 2 days. No, I need you to understand. That shit was fucked. That was crazy.
I can't blame you, honestly.
No, I mean you read that manga or whatever. I mean, not necessarily you yet, Zach, but or even just an anime. You get to that one thing, and you can't put it down. You know,
Oh, yeah.
whether it's an anime or a TV show, you just can't put it down because it's so good. And I was like that with Honkai and that manga, and or just Honkai in general. Even the visual novel. The visual novel is so funny. I don't know if I mentioned here in this podcast, but it's so jank. It feels like it's a fan-made visual novel, even though it's actually like canon and actually I'm pretty sure made by MiHoYo. But it's like it uses like GarageBand assets and like free audio assets and stuff, and you'll hear it and you'll hear like the piano ballad and stuff, and it's the exact same thing as a free one on GarageBand, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's so funny. But it's really good. Like the story, you forget about it for a while because that's how good the story is. So I just want to say that because I've been fucking up Honkai recently. It's been like my thing. And then also another gacha game. You can tell there's a theme. I just like gacha games at this point. I can only play games that are free, but I spend money to play more.
This is the one you were playing on your phone?
It was the one I was playing on my phone.
Okay.
They just dropped the story. This is probably the best story I've ever played on a gacha game. Barring Honkai, because I just got into it. So I don't know how good it gets, but it's already pretty good. But Blue Archive, because I played the other gacha games. I played Azur Lane. I played Girls Frontline. These titles you don't know. Maybe you've heard from the grapevine, but you've probably seen it because there's a lot of artwork of it. Azur Lane, Girls Frontline, games like Arc Knights, a bunch of very popular gacha games, and I played them all. And Arc Knights, I've even started Fate Go.
Really?
That was a long time ago, though. That was a very long time ago, and I never continued it.
Okay, good, because Fate Go, after what Christian told me about that game, I'm surprised you would even try it.
No, I tried it because I really wanted to. I had so many Fate friends, but I was like, I just can't do it.
Have you watched Fate or read Fate at all?
I watched the first half of Fate Zero.
Okay.
And it was really good, but I didn't finish it because this was during like my senior year type vibe, and I mentioned before I was struggling during senior year, so I had to stop basically watching all anime. So it was bad. But to finish Blue Archive, because I need to pump this because it's so fucking good. The story, it's basically just visual novel. The story, basically, so another visual novel, and there's gameplay and stuff, and funny enough, the gameplay is actually kind of fun. It's not an auto gamer, and I found auto gamers just ruin everything. You can play auto, but there's points in the game where unless you're like extremely high level, you can't beat it if it's auto. Like you actually have to strategize and stuff. So, and I like that for a game. They actually care about the gameplay. Great, good for them. But the story specifically is so good. Like it's classic. I found that this classic kind of Chinese Korean theme that you'll find in all sorts of things like K-dramas and K-movies is tragedy, right? I don't know how much you watch K-dramas and stuff. I don't, but you've seen like you watch Squid Game, right? Probably, yeah. Things like that. It's about tragedy. It's about things bad happening and how people cope with it and stuff. And that stays true to both Honkai and Blue Archive, and it's so fucked, but it's so good. Like I slammed. They just dropped one of a new chapter for it, or volume, if you will. Weird words, like last night or just this week, and I slammed it all last night, and my pillow was soaked. That shit was crazy. So I just want people to play it because I keep telling people to play it, and people do play it, but they don't read the story because typical gacha game things. You just blow through this. You just spam the story or just skip it just so you can get the in-game gems.
I mean, that's what I'm doing with Genshin somewhat.
I know.
I'm at the point
it's
of
fair.
Genshin where I'm like, damn, there's too much talking.
I know.
And I do not care as much.
The thing about Genshin is like their Arcane. It's really, really slow in the beginning. Like incredibly slow. There's so much talking. And then as soon as you hit that mid to end point, that's when shit goes down and you're like, oh, fuck. So if you actually paid attention to the beginning, it gives you that payoff at the end. But the problem is that slope is really low and then it steeps up. So it's really hard to stay in. And I don't blame you for wanting to spam A through it.
I mean, I understand how like the story is. I listen to people actually explain the story rather than listening it to myself.
Word.
Because it's actually shorter and it's faster than someone else talk about
a recap type of guy.
Yeah. It's like, all right, here's a recap of this game. I'm okay with that.
Here's the Spark Notes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Genshin anymore though.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not too strongly. I only play for the dailies at this point, so it's fine. I mean, I'll play the. If there was a more of a online aspect other than just doing domains or something like Tower of Fantasy. Do you know Tower of Fantasy?
Yes.
If that it was more kind of like that, because I played it for a little bit, but it was too jank for me to keep playing. But if it had more like that, then I can see Genshin being a little bit more fun in a way, because there isn't really like an online aspect other than joining your worlds and using your stamina for a bit and then
You should do an
Leading.
8-player or 12-player raid boss.
I said that too. That would be so fun.
That would be really fun.
You know, like a boss that's actually genuinely hard, like not these like shitter weekly bosses that you can one shot if you're good. Like a boss with multiple life bars that has actually challenging attacks that could one shot you if you're not good enough. And you actually have to like run support characters and all that type of stuff. And you're just with the boys slamming a big ass boss. That'd be fun as shit.
That sounds like some Dark Souls type shit.
Yeah, except you're with the boys.
I see it more as like a World of Warcraft raiding weekly or monthly type of thing.
Exactly, right? Honkai has that too, but you don't really play with other people. Well, you kind of do. It's really weird. But yeah, Genshin, it's kind of whatever. At this point, I only play for just the cute girls and stuff.
Like if Genshin added more stuff, like a boss that drops something like other than like ascension materials, like
Like a really like a limited supply,
oh, here's like this glider that drops on like a 1% chance.
yeah,
or
or like a
something.
weapon or something.
Yeah, like that too. I think I'd enjoy that more.
Yeah, because that's more conventional for a lot of MMOs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of limited bosses or something, and then
Yeah.
they do those drops, and you're like, oh, I got the drop. Did you get the drop? Oh, you didn't? Fucking loser. You know, get that coin up, bro. You know, that type of thing. Video games are tough. I barely have time. I did start playing COD.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new one. I caved in. I bought it.
How is it?
It's not bad. I actually like it a lot. Even the sniping and the red gunning. It feels like MW. So if you liked MW, then it's a lot of fun. It's like MW and Ghost mixed together. And I actually like the way those two games like felt like to play. As far as like playing them, I don't know. That's few and far between. Skill-based matchmaking still sucks, but it is what it is. At this point, they're not going to get rid of it because it's just how you keep competitive, I guess. I don't know. But if you don't get into those super sweaty lobbies where everybody's trying to try out for phase and optic, then it's a lot of fun.
Did you hear? So I actually seen these off TikTok, but there is it's basically if you're very high in skill and you're matched with people lower in skill, the people lower in skill will actually take more bullets to kill. than
Really?
you. I forgot what it's called specifically, but obviously they can like one shot you, and it seems like when you're shooting them, it feels like you're no regging.
I hope that's not true because that's kind of fucked. But I can imagine that being true because I did play the game and it did feel like sometimes people were eating bullets, but I didn't think about it like that. But I'm also a low level, and my KD is not that high.
Well, it doesn't matter about level. It depends how well you're performing. In
I guess so it'd be like KD and score permitted and stuff.
You're a sweat, aren't you?
I'm not that sweaty. I can be if I want to, but I don't because that ruins the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll slam a drop shot every now and then, but I mean, you've seen me play COD.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun.
Dude, it's so funny watching you play COD and like I have so much footage from like streams and recordings and stuff of us playing COD together. And it is just the funniest shit. Like we would do what was it, like the 3v3 snipers only.
Yeah.
And
Well, I do get competitive for that because it's 3v3. I got you.
You're playing against your homies.
Well, no, you are with the homies, but you're playing against other people, and it's 3v3, and it's really competitive.
Okay.
So even then, like I would see you running around like a fucking crazy person, and it's so funny because when you die, you spectate somebody else, and so just watching like the dramatic like
my high
Glitch.
DPS, like
The movement in the game, movement in Call of Duty is really crazy. Now.
it is. Have you seen like the parkour shit?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's so cool. Have you seen it?
yeah, I've seen it.
It's so cool. I've never seen that before in a COD game. In a
I
COD
mean-
game, movement other than like like the Advanced Warfare jetpack shit and that, there wasn't really like an emphasis on movement. So seeing this is so cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say the closest thing I could relate it to is like Advanced Warfare Black Ops 3.
Yeah, those thruster things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, those games were really crazy. I mean, they were fun in its own way, but it really made like competitive better. But it made casual play really hard.
yeah, I can imagine that because I will say I did sweat pretty hard for Advanced Warfare. Like I basically, I didn't drop sniping. I loved sniping, and I was still part of the whole sniping community thing back then, the whole editing and stuff. But reg gunning in Advanced Warfare is so much fun. Like I am the guy. I am that guy that's always. I'd never dropped the Moab or anything, but I'm the guy at the top. I'm playing the competitive, like hardpoint and all those, and it's it's so fun. I don't know. It's different too. A lot of people didn't like the jetpacks. I thought it was fun.
It was interesting.
I mean, could I do that like for every single COD going forward? Probably not. I'd like to change things up. I'm glad we're on the ground again for a while, but I wouldn't mind. I think they're mentioning they're doing another Advanced Warfare 2. And I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I mean? Because I think now, like, we've had like 5 jetpack CODs now, so the kind of jetpack hate is kind of washed over at this point. So it would just be fun. Like, did you play Titanfall?
Yeah, I did.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
Right?
I didn't enjoy Titanfall's like story where it had to be online. But
I didn't play the story.
Well, the story was basically just online matches.
Interesting.
But overall, I still enjoyed Titanfall. Titanfall 2 was even more fun.
Yeah, because it was just different. It was cool, right? And then and Apex are the same people that made Titanfall, right?
Yeah, but they're funding all the money to Apex and just dropping Titanfall completely.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, I mean, yeah, it's hard to basically just be just the competitor to, or to join the race of the only 2 big first-person shooters, Call of Duty and Battlefront.
Yeah.
Or not Battlefront, Battlefield. Well, but maybe Battlefront is its own thing, Star Wars. But those are the 2 big FPSs, right? So it's hard to, or the 2 big, like, how do I say, like non-competitive FPS. Like COD isn't really, you can't really compare it to like Valorant or anything, right?
No,
but you
like
can,
its own genre. Like.
Yeah, its own thing. But COD is throughout all the years is direct competitor to Battlefield. You guys ever play Battlefield?
Yeah, I played Battlefield 3, I think.
That was the good one I heard, right?
That is a good one. Yeah, and it's really interesting when we talk about like competitive styled games as opposed to casual, like the difference between CS:GO and Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a night and day difference, and you'll find people who are similar in both sides on both camps, but when I go into a CS:GO lobby, it's an entirely different vibe than when I'm going into like a COD multiplayer lobby.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nobody's talking. That's what's lame about CS:GO.
I don't know.
Unless it's us.
Yeah.
In a competitive game, if it's in like a deathmatch, then yeah, people were bantering or whatever. But when I played, then this was years ago, when I did play CS:GO, I would always try and talk with my teammates and not just like do calls, but just like, hey, what's good?
You're the best type of teammate because you're the guy that actually starts the conversations. Like, anyone got mics?
Anyone got mics?
Yeah, that's
what's good?
That's the best type.
You need that icebreaker guy. I was the guy. But nobody would. There would be like 1 or 2 other people, and the other guys, I know they got mics.
You're like, bro.
I see them accidentally push the button, and their name pops up. Like, come on, bro. You want to talk? Let's talk about what you got going on. How's school? How's work? Come on, now.
Want to talk about anime?
Want to talk about anime? But no, they're like, no. Guy down mid. I'm like, okay, cool. But like, how was your day? I don't know. But I know that could be annoying after a while. But when it's like when we're like in spawn or something, why not? Everyone's so sweaty. Jeez, loosen up.
The CS:GO lobbies that we would go into with like Alec and Jackson and all those guys, so fucking funny. Like,
because we don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, we care enough to play competitively, but not enough to like, sweat and shit.
Be emotionally involved in it. That's the best part, is when you're kind of emotionally disconnected from it, and so you just run around and do a bunch of stupid shit like knives only or deagles only.
Exactly.
Dude, that was so funny.
Yeah, we played a deathmatch. There was like 5 of us, I think. No, 4 of us, I think.
Yeah.
No, was Jackson there? I think it was just you, me, and Alec, I want to say.
No, Jackson was there.
Okay. And then we just had, that's right, he was there. And we went in, we were just playing, not deathmatch, casual, right? In CS:GO. So that's not like competitive,
nope,
but just casual, right?
Just going around killing people.
Well, not, that would be deathmatch, but casual is basically competitive. Like, it's basically search and destroy, right? But it's less rounds, more money, I think, and
more
you can
people.
spectate, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It's just chill. It's whatever, right? It's like S&D, but with less sweat. But we somehow managed to convince the entire lobby of randoms to run multiple rounds of Negevs only, knives only, deagles only, all these things. And it just worked. So much so that when the next round came and some people left and new people joined, we would make them do it too. And if they didn't do it, they'd get voted to be kicked. Like, we had that lobby on lockdown. It was hilarious, and it was so fun. Shout out to my boy Microsoft Word. If you're out there, that was his name. I'm not talking not Bill Gates. Fuck you, Bill Gates. But Microsoft Word, you were a homie. He was cool.
Yeah, there have been.
I'm just kidding. Bill Gates is a great guy, I'm sure.
There have been some really funny interactions that I've had with just random strangers on like Call of Duty, CS:GO, Valorant. Like,
yeah.
Well,
that's what I missed. I missed game chat, voice chat. That's what I miss in video games, because I've bought COD every year, but usually that's because I was an editor, a COD editor, right? So I would have to buy it to get cinematics and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I never really played the game. Like, I never really played Cold War. I mean, I played on stream a lot. But
Yeah, I'm
I
still
stopped
waiting to
after a
play
while.
Cold War Zombies with you.
Fuck it, we'll do it. I know we've been waiting. Let's do it.
I asked this guy to play Cold War Zombies. The first
yeah.
first month it came out, he's like, I'm waiting for my cousin,
yeah.
to come play with me. I don't think you ever played with him.
No, I never played with them. We could now, but I don't know. Okay, well, let's slam some Cold War
It's not even a
Zombies.
point anymore.
Would you? Would you be?
I mean, I'll already download and play it just to play.
I mean,
it.
why
for
why
sure.
don't we just do Black Ops 3 Zombies?
You have Black Ops 3?
I bet Black Ops 3. I have all
You
the
have
maps.
on PC?
Yeah.
Yo, let's do some Town with the Boys.
Funny enough, we were trying to do the Easter egg, and then we got to Go Rod, and we stopped because.
Oh shit! Which one is that?
That's
Is that Origins or not Origins? Sorry, it's been so long since I played Black Ops 3, like actual.
Black
zombies.
Ops 3 is I don't know how to describe this. It has.
Well, it's when the Gobblegums came out, right?
Yeah, it's
And
when
there
the
was- yeah.
Gobblegums came out. That's the best way to describe it.
Mhm.
But this has like the castle map.
Yeah,
What was that one called? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I know that Shadows of Evil was like the town
That's the first one.
city one.
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I played these a lot. Like I genuinely like. I think I played it more than multiplayer. Like BO3 Zombies.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Zombies is arguably the best zombies for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that. You would think like people would cater towards like BO2 or BO1 because what was that BO1 map, the Nazi one? Kino, right? That's like a classic. You know what I mean? And it is. But BO3, there's something about BO3. I think because BO2 is kind of when they weren't really like story heavy. BO1, you can find that, but you have to find it. BO2, they kind of introduced that with like, transit and all these other Easter eggs and stuff. And then BO3, they really went for it.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah, I think BO2 was my favorite just because it allowed you to make progress without having to like completely go along with like the story of it.
Mhm.
And so it was kind of like you would be able to like, go to Pack-a-Punch or like, you could get open all the doors, unlock all the perks, everything
Mhm.
like that, and not have to worry about like, doing something that's kind of weird or like something
Yeah.
that you wouldn't normally think to do while you're playing the game. And that's
well, because you don't have to do the story.
right,
Mhm.
exactly. And so once you got to the point to where like you have to follow along to the story that they're trying to tell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it might just be
But they did have like I just said it, Origins, right, or whatever they called it.
Black Ops 2. had
Yeah, Black
Origins.
Ops 2 Origins, right? And that
Yeah.
was like the one that was just story, right?
Yeah.
Like there was just a story that you followed.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I mean, granted, I think the reason that I don't really hold Black Ops 3 Zombies in like the highest regard as far as like zombies
Mhm.
is solely because I didn't really get into the storytelling part of it.
Mhm.
And so I was just kind of trying to do some high rounds and stuff.
No,
and
for sure. I mean, you can still do that,
Yeah, but it was just really hard to do that.
Yeah, because you would kind of have to follow the story to unlock things like Pack-a-Punch and things like that. I remember.
Yeah.
And, power and all that. I will say I'm kind of the same. The only reason why I follow the story is because my cousin did. So I would just be along for the ride while he told me what to do.
Bro.
Even in Origins, I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. He's like, get the staff. I'm like, okay, I'll get the staff.
Arthur, I feel like okay, so TJ, for some context, so Arthur and I used to play COD together like all the time back in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And when Black Ops 2 came out, I remember he and I would sit and play Town for God knows how long.
Oh yeah, the town sessions were long.
Yeah,
they
I
went
had
overnight.
I had that type of beat with one of my friends back in middle school. We would play
Exactly.
Town. We'd mess around with Transit. We played Buried a lot.
Oh, Barry is really
dude.
good.
I found so many glitches in Buried. Like it was really, really cool to. And like, do you remember the PhD flopper perma perk?
Yes.
That was the first time I had ever like.
I think that was in Buried, right? That was like the first time it came out, unless Town had it.
Buried was the first map that had like perma perks of any kind. Also,
Perma perks. I can't believe you said that. That I just went in a whoa. My memory is just unlocked by you saying perma perks.
you know what? I think a map that was really underrated for what it was, Die Rise.
I was gonna say that Die Rise is my favorite map
I
Die Rise
loved Die Rise.
to this day.
I wouldn't say it's like my favorite.
Today, this day, but I have the only reason why it's my favorite is because that was the one that me and my cousin played the most.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just I don't know why it was the one where we can get high on not with weed but like high rounds, you know, and you can also still kind of follow the story like with the elevators and stuff and and all
I
that.
died a lot with those elevators. I'm like,
I did too. No,
I'm like,
don't
is,
worry.
is the elevator going down or up? I jumped through it. I'm like, oh, I'm on the bottom now.
I know. To be fair, when you're trying to play that and split screen, you can't see shit.
Oh yeah, and this was before they sold like the super big flat screen TVs, and so you're sitting there on like a you know, like a 30-inch TV trying to like squint and turn your head so
Oh
you
yeah,
can see.
I still had. Do you remember my box TV that was here?
Of course I do.
Before I had my gamer set up here, before that 4K monitor exist, there was a box TV that was like, I don't know, maybe 30 inches.
It took up the entire space of that corner. From chunk.
I actually had a TV like that too.
Exactly.
Back in the day.
No
My
HD.
We all
grandparents
did.
It was just RCA too. Why did it need to be this big? You can't see shit. But before I even had that, because I didn't even have a PlayStation back then or an Xbox or anything. So if I wanted to play COD, I either walk over to Lawrence's house or I play with my cousin visits and he brings his whole ass PlayStation and his controllers and everything.
Or
right?
you would come to my house.
Or I'd come to your house and we would play split screen on our tiny ass TVs. And I can't squint any more, Zach, than I already am. It's hard to see. It's hard. I can't see. So, but it was so much fun. So many memories.
I'm legally blind.
I'm legally, but my eyes are just closed. Like I can't do it.
Yeah, I really noticed that when I'm taking pictures of my aunts and uncles because I was over there at their house. I'm like, dang.
Sure.
I'm looking at all the pictures they sent to my mom because I was drinking with them,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom is not a fan of me drinking too much, but
Mm-hmm.
they just like sending it to my mom because like, hey, it's funny and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked at the pictures, I'm like, dang, I am squinting really hard. But yeah.
That's funny. We do be squinting when we're blasted.
Mm-hmm.
I think
We need a focus board.
oh dude, when we did one of the nights where we played Town and all of us, this was when we were in a Discord call, adults, not when we were like 12. When we were playing Town and it was me, you, and
Nobody Sora.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Sora. And we were all drinking and just having a grand old time. And
He wasn't drinking. I think he's underage, but we were drinking.
Yeah, we were drinking and just having a dandy old final time. And it was just so funny because it was so reminiscent of you and I sitting in those. Do you remember those little black gaming chairs that we
Yeah.
had?
The rocker chairs, the gaming
I had
rocker
one
chairs.
of
Yeah,
those.
every kid had like one of them, or every kid wanted one of them. You could play music out of them. Come on now.
Mine
We didn't have
wasn't-
those ones.
Yeah,
Oh.
mine wasn't that high tech. Mine
Oh,
was
okay.
just a regular like rocking one.
That's for. I mean, I never even had one, so I always just dreamed.
It's crazy. You said like 12 years ago. That's like a decade ago.
I know, right?
Like damn, Black Ops 2 was that old?
Yep.
2012.
2012, baby.
Good God,
Good year. Good year.
Yeah.
The world was supposed to end, but it did not.
that's true.
Also end in 2000. So
That's true.
Yeah, I think back to us, gamer stanced in those chairs at, round 40 on Town, trying to run the trains, and it's just going to shit.
It's good times. Good times. Yeah, let's slam some zombies. Let's do it. Speaking of zombies and slamming games, the Minecraft speedrun.
Yeah.
By the time this episode goes up, it's happening this weekend, so that it would have already happened. Sorry, gamers. But yeah, TJ, you're gonna be part of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be part of it.
Yeah,
I think I'll change my pace. Last time I was focusing on Ender Pearls.
you were, yeah, but it helped a lot because you were the reason why we had enough Ender Pearls.
Yeah,
by like hour 1.
I'm gonna go full gamer mode though, and I'm gonna be in the Nether by 5 minutes.
Oh man, I'm excited. The fun part about doing so for those who don't know, long ago in a galaxy far away, I did Minecraft speedruns with just like on stream, and I just opened my Discord and said anybody can come in, right? And it was just absolute chaos. One, meeting new people, it was a great time, and now I should mention these days you should not do that because you will find some bad people. But that'll just enter your chat. Zach knows this very well. So you got to be careful. But hey, this is all good. It's just a bunch of people that kind of know me, kind of know that I edit and stuff. So we're just having fun. But it was just either there's some people that were really trying, some people that had absolutely no idea what they're doing, and then some people were just here for the fun, just to see what the two people from different parts of the spectrum how are they going to coagulate.
And spoiler alert, it did not go very well.
No, it didn't go very well. I should mention that these quote-unquote speedruns are not actual runs. We're just having fun. It's just a bunch of people in a Discord call, any Minecraft server, seeing how fast could we if we were just fucking around and having fun.
Yeah, because like actual like random seed-generated speedruns are just crazy now. I'm not sure if you've seen any of them today.
They're wild.
I haven't seen any today.
Like 13 minutes fast because people use like other like programs to figure out where the eyes would like the eyes go in this direction at this pixel.
Yeah, they have like
the portal will be at this location. I'm like,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure these programs are actually legal.
Yeah. You can go on the what is it? Speedrun website.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's some crazy. To be fair, it's fun, right? It's cool to watch. I couldn't do it myself. Like I couldn't even. Apparently, I remember one of my friends, Kate. She was like telling me how to find a cave by pressing F3 and looking at open like entities and air blocks and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? These kids are crazy. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and
it's more fun to just dig down and see what happens. That's my era of Minecraft.
Yeah, nowadays people are, using shields and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I'm not. I know people didn't like that update with like the updated hitting or combat.
Well,
and like when it brought shields, I'm like, yeah, shields are annoying, but it's not really using shields anymore. People are using like end crystal explosions.
Yeah.
And like all that type of stuff to explode each other. And it's really crazy.
That is pretty crazy. The only reason why I don't like shields is just because it's lame.
I'm blocking you. You can't hit me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I like the idea of shields is like I understand it. Like in other games as well, it's cool. It's whatever. But in Minecraft, I mean, maybe this is me coming from a place where just whoever can spam faster wins. But like, you ever watch like even a speedrun or something? Like, there's a skeleton or something, and then it's like some high octane moment, but they just have their shield up like, ching, and they go back, ching, and like, what the fuck am I watching? This is the most boring 20 seconds of my life.
That's why you just go all in.
Exactly. You just run for it. And you take the hits and you become a porcupine, and it's more fun. Even without the spam hitting, you can still do it. So my speedruns, I ban shields. Because it's more fun. And we're playing on hard mode too. So it's just way more fun. And there's more deaths. And it's just a blast. The deaths are the fun parts, guys. Come on.
It's
Some kids are just afraid to die. In game.
I'm not.
Come on, have some fun. You fall into lava, have the boys laugh at you,
My
and
stuff is gone.
you're like, fucking loser, get better. It's fun.
Or Arthur, you had the Ender Pearls, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, okay, it's so hilarious going back and watching because Arthur edits down the speed run to something at least somewhat digestible. Mm-hmm. And so going back and kind of skimming through and hearing me, like, seeing the little text that I died and then just hearing me slam the shit out of my desk.
It's fun. With all the force. Plates are breaking, glass is shattering. Maybe not, but that's how it felt like. That's why it was so fun.
But that was when I was using, like, a super shitty mic, and so all you hear is... Doom, doom,
It's hilarious. The speed runs are my favorite videos to this day that I've made. I mean, I guess not including like the edits and stuff, but just like videos.
But what
They're my
about the
favorite.
2HC?
We don't need to talk about the 2HC. That was stressful, and that's the reason why I'm balding.
The
But
duck one?
that one too, but the
Goose?
recent one. No, that's fair. I did like the 2HC video, but in general, like those Minecraft videos were hilarious. Even the one that you're a part of, and we had 10 people in that Discord call.
Yeah, we did have 10
We had
people.
10 people, and I think by the end, maybe 1 or 2 people had left. So at the end, we may have like 8 people still. It was a blast.
Was that one that I was in?
I don't
You were
think
not in that
no,
one?
I
No.
don't think so. I
Oh,
think I
you would
remember.
know. You were if you
I
were
just
in that
remember
Discord
we were
call.
trying to do like bed stuff at the end.
Yeah, we were. We got a bed strat. It's funny because there's an actual strategy to it, but for us, it's like, oh, just whenever we see the Ender Dragon, just pop a bed down and go and die.
Yeah, a lot of people ended up dying doing that. I
Yeah.
remember I died because
It's
of that.
fun. It's the player. No, you were part of it.
Was
Oh
it?
my God, was
no,
that the one?
you were.
Hang on, hang
no,
on.
you
hang
were
on.
part of it. I remember
Hang
now.
on,
No,
hang
no,
on.
no.
Was this the one where the dragon did not go down?
No, that was number 3. But you were part of number 4 as well. I remember because you were in the thumbnail where you got launched by a bed, and it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious. Like I'm pretty sure in actual speedruns, you sit in a position where you won't die from the explosion or something like that, and you spam beds. No, we're not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, let's place a bed down. Just
and just ragdoll launch you. It's hilarious. So it's a lot of fun. This time around, I'm inviting people. I'm inviting some people that were there before, and so that way we have some familiar faces,
Like me.
like you. And yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna be there this time. I'm gonna do a head count. I was gonna do it today, so I'm gonna do a head count in the Discord call.
you technically is this a Minecraft realm? I'm assuming
I'm going to do a Minecraft realm this time because we were going to do a server.
you
but-
technically can do 11 people. You would have to let everyone else join in first, and then you join because you were the host.
Oh,
So you could technically have 11. But
That's cool.
Obviously,
I didn't know
it's
that.
your choice.
right. We're not going to do that many people. I think we're only doing like 7 or 8, I think, which is still a good amount of people. Probably not even that much. It depends because we're doing it on Christmas Eve, and that's a bit tough.
I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
not doing
Well,
it.
a lot of people aren't. I'm not, but you know.
What do you mean you're not? I think
Well, I thought I was, and then my mom hit me with, "Oh, we're going to do Christmas on Christmas Eve now," and I'm like, "Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that."
what time would we be doing this, by the way?
So probably around the same time now, like noonish. Maybe I was thinking not starting at like maybe starting the stream or something at 11, and then just have people come in, and then if everybody's here early enough, we'll just go for it.
Do you guys do Christmas during, like in the morning, like how most typical Christmas
Yeah.
is doing?
I do it Christmas morning.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it at night.
Yeah, my family's a Christmas night type of thing.
I mean, usually it's morning, right? But I think we're gonna do it at night this time around.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. and-
Well,
yeah.
actually, no, we always do it at night, but I think usually it is Christmas morning type of vibe. We're going to other people's houses and stuff. Well, Christmas morning is like like you do it here at your house. You wake up and you slam the presents or whatever, and then you go to parties afterwards or whatever, right? That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
imagine the Christmas vibe is like. I don't know. We've always done it at night as well, at the big old family party.
Yeah, I am excited for the holidays though. Just, it's a season of giving. It's a season of, being thankful for the people around you
Mhm.
and everything like that. And there's something special about that, and just, showing people that you care about them and all of that kind of stuff.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for coming on, TJ. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming through, even though I was like, I just woke up when Zach called me, and then you opened the door, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I texted him at like 10. It's like, hey, you should send me the address.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just like, I'll just drive in the generator. Maybe I'll find it. I did.
You did. It's one of these houses.
I just had to learn for that burnt down house.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We aren't going to talk about that. Well, we could, but maybe another time. But yeah, thank you. Everybody, you know what to do, like and subscribe and all that. Where can they find you anywhere at all?
No, I'm an in the dark person.
You're in the dark person, nowhere. But do you wanna shout anyone out?
I like to shout out my fiance.
Oh, there you go.
Soon enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out. Oh, I can put our links in the description then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll do that. Perfect. Well, ours is in the description as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Well, let's have a little video. What I know you don't watch the podcast too much, but do you have recommend a video that you recommend? Like a podcast video if you remember. Which ones you've
I
watched?
don't remember.
You don't-
I put them all on autoplay. and
That's
just
fair.
listened to 'em.
That's fair. Okay. What about you, Zach?
Let's see.
Oh, you know what? Let's have Christian on.
Yeah.
Christian. Let's have Christian on this one. And this one, let's just let YouTube pick it. I'm too lazy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. And I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.